Welcome to Climbing Clouds. This is a part 2 to the shadow read. So going a little more in depth, I wanted to look into what was clearing. What are you clearing? So the Empress is coming through again as a major card. And the Four of Earth, what you're walking into. Definitely, I think it has something to do with financial matters. And basically, there is a collaboration going on, with some type of passion project, maybe in your job or in whatever you do for as a passion project with something that would be innovative in your life that you're doing, the more passionate side of your projects, and you are clearing some of the emotional heaviness with that. Basically, you have the Eight of Water here in the center of it all, the Eight of Cups. So something that just wasn't satisfying you emotionally in a project, and it could be with certain partners because of the Four of the Three of Wands or fire and the Four of Wands or fire, going into the Ace of Water. Something emotional developing into then this is a financial matter, how you make a living, because we have the Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, next to the Eight of Cups, and into the Page of Water. It might have to do, some of the emotional concern might have to do with children. And there might be some strategy involved here that you're mentally kind of exhausted. You're kind of maybe mentally exhausted right now. You may be overthinking. This is the Five of Swords upside down or reversed with the Empress and the Four of Earth. So let me look into that. You're kind of mentally blocked with a lot of emotional transitioning going on, something emotional, and it might have to do with a child or children. I'm getting all these cards about the conclusions, and the answers are here. So you're like, it's like you're wrapping up. You have the full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. And so you are kind of mapping out a more practical plan for whatever this rough cycle that you're finishing. You might have some new ideas for just more stable, a stable plan for some of the obstacles that you've been facing in your passion projects. So maybe work related, maybe some new solutions, and your confidence is part of this. The Virgo, moon in Virgo and Leo. And your self-worth is attached to this solution. So the obstacle that you're getting through, the main obstacles, are helping you to become more solid, not just financially, but also emotionally and on the with your confidence. So as a part 2 to the cleansing and clearing, wrapping up all loose ends, take the time you might want to take some time away from others and get everything in order. Get your private and practical affairs in order so that you can deal with some of these major shifts going on. Because you've got some emotional shifts going on that are causing you to really change your practical footing with some projects that you're in the middle of. You're going to change direction, and you're emotionally changing your sense of solidarity with that. Yeah, so you have a lot of new choices coming up, and the Chariot. A lot of times when the Chariot comes up, you might be moving away from things, not just emotionally, but on the practical level too. So you might be changing what you're doing, taking on projects that you're not in the middle of yet, but that you're moving towards. And the Chariot only moves one way. It moves forward and not backwards. So you're kind of releasing the past in a good sense as you make footing with this particular energy. This energy, the Chariot, is ruled by Cancer. Okay, well, I'm going to draw a couple more too, actually. Yeah, this has to do with your calling. Oh, wow. And then so now the Emperor, I'm going to end on this because we have the Empress here and now the Emperor. And this has to do with your calling in life, like you're being called to something bigger in your life. So you're making the necessary changes for that. It's like a big calling. And so this might be a big change for you this year. It might be like the whole yearly cycle that we're looking into, more of like a long-term change of your security and your emotional and financial security. You're making some really big decisions. And so that's really exciting, but it can also be really scary. And breaking it down into smaller chunks is the best way to handle large changes, making them smaller. So taking, like a room in your house and organizing it and getting rid of everything that doesn't suit you, it will clear your mind and your emotional body. And do that with each room in your house. And then you'll be ready to face changes outside of you. It's amazing how that can really make a difference, just as a practical tip. So you don't feel overwhelmed with these, because this is a really big energy that you're walking into, that you're moving through. And I see it as a long-term change or a long-term shift. And this is part B to part A, which is the clearing and cleansing. Okay, thank you for joining and subscribing to Climbing Clouds.